I want to bite on the Lamar Jackson rumors.
Let's do it.
And I want to do a mock draft. And I want to do a mock draft live where we trade for Lamar Jackson and see how that draft would play out for the Detroit Lions. Okay? Are you on board with that?
I like it.
We got a few rules for our mock draft. We're going to pick 7 rounds. We do have to force the trade for Lamar Jackson. We're going to force that trade based on an article that was written on ESPN today by Bill Barnwell. And he suggested, even though he said that the Lions were like way down on the list of teams that are potential landing spots, what he said was that based on the proposed trade for the Lions from ESPN, it says this: it's tempting to whip up some sort of 4-way trade, but the simplest solution would be to send the 18th and the 48th picks along with Jared Goff to the Ravens for Jackson and the 122nd selection. So that's the trade we're going to make. And actually, like, if we're worried about cap space and all of that, if the Lions were to cut those 3 players we talked about and trade Jared Goff for Lamar Jackson, they obviously wouldn't be giving up 2 firsts for Lamar because Goff has value. Yes. But a first this year, a second this year, and Goff for Lamar, and I think it's like a fifth or a fourth. That's the trade. That's the trade that's going to be made. That's rule number 1. We have to force that trade. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Number 2 rule. We are allowed to trade picks. So we'll look through the trades, see where they're picking, but we have to believe that they are realistic type trades.
Sure.
And then prior to the draft, we're going to assume that the Lions were active in free agency, but we're still going to work off of our DSN Draft Bible's team needs, which is cornerback, defensive line, interior or edge, offensive guard, linebacker, tight end, quarterback, in that order.
Cool.
Okay?
Cool.
So, and we not really quarterback because they have addressed that with Lamar, even though he would still be the only quarterback on the roster. So, the brain trust of Eric and AJ here. We are going to go ahead and make this trade with the Baltimore Ravens. It is going to be a forced trade. Okay, 125 is what they have here. We're giving up not 6, we're giving up 18 and 48.
18.
And Jared Goff. And let's see. Let's see how it plays out. Okay? You ready?
Okay. Let's
enter the Beyond the Box war room. Here we go, baby. The draft has started. Let's see what the first 5 picks were. Chicago did not trade out of 1. They took Will Anderson. The Texans, right on brand, took Bryce Young. Jalen Carter goes number 3. CJ Stroud goes number 4. Tyree Wilson goes number 5. Which leaves us with 5 trade proposals or the opportunity to select any of these players. So let's look at the trade proposals. We got one from the Atlanta Falcons. We've got one from the New York Jets, whose next pick is 13. The Steelers at 17. The Bills at 27. Or the San Francisco 49ers at 99. So it's definitely not going to be the San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco, if you don't get out of here, what you trying to do?
Yeah, so what you got, Eric?
I'm taking a look at what the Falcons are offering. The number 8.
We would make down here you have the selected trade, like acceptance of the trade. So we would obviously ask for 8, 75, or second round. Well, we want to move into the second round.
I kind of want that second round back a little bit after getting Lamar.
So there's a 47% chance that this would be accepted. Do we consider that to be realistic?
I would say it's realistic. They need let's see. There's still quarterbacks there. Atlanta needs one. Yeah, I think it's realistic.
So you want to move back 2 spots?
Let's see if we can move back 2 spots.
They accepted. So we've moved back and we've picked up an extra pick. I feel like we might have been able to get an extra pick out of that, but let's go ahead and resume the draft.
Probably.
Let's see who they took at 6.
You get a higher.
They took Will Levis, and then Anthony Richardson went right after him. So now we're back on the board with Devin Witherspoon. Do we want to address corner this high in the draft? We have 8 trade options. The Eagles at pick 10, so move back 2 more. The Steelers at 17, the Chargers at 21, the Vikings at 23, the Giants at 25, or the Bengals at 28. We don't want to move out of the first round completely, so we need to make sure that we don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
I want to get you, because I don't want to take a corner super early. And is Joey Porter Jr. still on the board?
Joey,
because he's one of my favorite players in this draft. Yep, he's still there late.
But remember, we don't have a late. We don't have an 18, right, and his average draft position is right at 18.
That's true.
So we can either A, make a trade with the Steelers and hope that Porter's there, or we can move back to the Eagles and take a corner as the 10th overall pick instead of the 8th overall pick and gather a few more picks.
Are you high on anybody enough to go this early? Because I'm not.
Christian Gonzalez at 8. We talked about this last show.
At 8? Yeah. And that one, I like him. So again, we're assuming that they're going to be aggressive in free agency as well.
Well, we're assuming they're going to be active in free agency. We don't know what. We're not going to say what that is to meet the needs or anything like that. We're just going to work off the fact that we need a cornerback, we need a defensive end or defensive lineman, linebackers, offensive guard. I don't see any of that other than Witherspoon. I like Witherspoon. I just wonder, is Witherspoon going to be there at 10? Can I pick up an extra draft pick by making a trade with the Eagles? Maybe get an additional 3rd round pick for number 8.
Right.
59% chance that this goes through.
Raise up. I'd be okay with that. I mean, it's still depth and value at that position. You get an extra pick. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So we made that trade, and let's see who they took. So at 8, they took Christian Gonzalez.
Okay.
Miles Murphy went 9 to the Panthers. Now here we are. Do we take Witherspoon here? We're at the 10th. We're at pick 10. We got 4 trade offers, but I really don't see us trading back 3 times.
I
really don't see us trading back 2 times, if we're going to be completely honest. But I didn't really love taking Witherspoon at 8. Do I like taking him at 10?
I do.
We're taking there's our first round pick and only first round pick.
That's for you. That's for you, Kirby
Devon
Joseph.
Witherspoon. There you go. So now here we go. We are at pick 44.
Mm-hmm.
We have these guys here. Now this guy made a very impressive showing at the draft combine. Also a guard available.
I do like that.
Jack Campbell from Iowa, who's we're not going quarterback.
No, we're not going quarterback. McKee's
I think
that the
quarterback should be on the table, but it should be on the table around the 6th round as a backup option.
We can wait. We don't need to. At this point, we can wait.
Do we like the edge? Do we like the guard? Because you've got a linebacker, which is an area of need. You've got a guard, which is an area of need. You've got some edges, and you could always use more edges.
I think you go with the edge. I think you find the best value.
BJ Ojulari,
still address
or do you want Felix AU?
I think I want to go with Ojulari. Okay. I think I like him a little bit more. I think he brings a little bit more.
All right,
upside.
now we're back. 2nd round, pick 55. Again, quarterback. Again, guard. Again, linebacker.
Ooh. The guard is very
intriguing to me. It's kind of sandwich it after we made 2 defensive picks. I think we draft the guard.
I think we draft Steve Avila. Yep.
We're gonna go there.
2 high value defensive picks.
Now we're still in the 2nd round.
Gotta get something in the line. Yep.
You have tight end. Garrett Williams, Andre Carter from Army, Diane Henley from Washington State. If we go down a little bit, Sidney Brown's there. Can shore up that secondary a little bit more. Tre'Vius Hodges Tomlinson is interesting, although I think that you could get him much later.
I think I want to say we took. Hold on, we did not take a linebacker.
Not taking
yet,
a
right?
linebacker.
Not taking a linebacker. I think you go with linebacker at this point.
Too.
I think you're going best available defense at this point still, and yeah, I think you.
So now we're into the third round. We have already made how many picks? Like 5 picks. DJ Turner just went. Cedric Tillman went. Zach Charbonnet went to the Patriots. Just to fill some people in, Sam Laporta, the athletic tight end from Iowa, he went there. And here's what we're left with. Eli Ricks, another cornerback. Jamie Robinson, interesting. We could go wide receiver.
A lot of safeties. Yeah, seeing a lot of safeties get mocked. I would still want to stick with
defense.
Some more secondary help. Yeah, probably the secondary.
Garrett Wilson,
corner at this
Tre'Vius Hodges Tomlinson, Eli Ricks, Carl Brooks, Bowling Green Edge.
I feel like if they take a lot of corners, that Okudah might not be back. I feel like they're going to deny that option. I don't feel that's going to happen too. For some reason, I feel like that's going to happen. I wouldn't mind taking another corner right here. What do you think?
I like that idea. The only thing is we've lost Deshaun Robinson. Or Deshaun Elliott. Not Deshaun Robinson. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
so we don't have Deshaun Elliott.
Yeah.
Tracy Walker coming back off the Achilles. Jamie Robinson here could be a nice pickup. Seems like it's on value, right? Average draft position. He's 63rd ranked. Average draft position, 82. We're at 81. It's not like it's a reach. So we'll go ahead and draft a safety there.
Good secondary help, yep.
And now we wait till pick 125, the pick that we got back from the Ravens after making this trade with...
Yep.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Dwayne McBride from UAB. Do you go... Because we've not addressed defensive interior.
Yeah. I want to get Lamar some help. I want to get him a tight end at some point. I want to get him a receiver at some point.
I've done these mocks enough to just wait. Just hold your horses.
Yes, that's where I'm going. That's not. I don't want to do that. Let's get the defensive interior help.
Love it.
Yeah.
Let's love it.
Yep.
Wait until round 5 or round.
We got you, Lamar. Don't worry.
5.
We got you, bro.
Okay, so Dwayne McBride is still there.
Still hanging there. Ooh,
Average draft position 141. Dorian Williams, Kobe Turner. More defensive interior help.
The edge rusher is a tight end.
Aiden O'Connell as a quarterback. Davis Allen. I kind of like this.
You just thinking about the running back? If they do that,
like,
I'm scared about them drafting a running back this season.
Why? They need to.
Because I don't know what that means for Jamal or Swift. Because I'm not just thinking about this coming season.
I understand
I'm thinking about the next
but
2.
You have to understand that this is the last year that you have Swift.
Yep. Okay. All right, let's do it. Let's grab McBride.
And we will get a report card grade after this. Okay.
Oh, I can't wait. We got a tweet.
We're at the 6th round. Do we want to look for tight end help with like Davis Allen? Do we want to look quarterback as a backup? We can select this by Ronnie Bell's there, which might be a little bit of a reach, but it's the 6th round. Yeah. We don't have a 7th round pick. We have 2 6th round picks.
We have 2 6. I feel like Ronnie Bell's going to be there later.
You're not that far. I mean, you're pick 182 and 193, so 11 more picks.
He'll be there. They need a receiver. They do need some tight end help. I think they did a good job on defense. I don't think they need to OD on defensive drafting the way everybody else believes so. I would take Davis Allen right here. I wouldn't get.
Let's see who's available at tight end. Okay. So you have Davis Allen, average draft position 198, not a huge reach. Okay. Who I thought was going to be here, who I have seen here, is Luke Schoonmaker from Michigan.
Okay.
But obviously he's been taken. So let's take Davis Allen.
Okay.
I mean, James Mitchell can become friends.
Lamar will be happy about that. Yeah.
And now we come to our last pick of the draft. So the question is,
okay,
do we go for a receiver, late round receiver?
There he is.
He's there like we thought. Still a little bit of a reach.
Yep.
Do we take a young quarterback?
I don't love any of
my guy
quarterbacks
here.
Available. Oh no, your boy Clayton. Yeah.
I told you to watch him.
Oh man,
I told you to watch him. Look at average depth of target, 3 yards more than Jared Goff. Like, not too bad. He's a little slow getting rid of the ball, but also was not helped by his receivers that well.
No, is he a big boy? Isn't he?
6'3", 220.
6'3", 220. All right, good measurables. 23.
Probably over exaggerates his. The other thing that I was going to suggest is this.
That is a need for real, actually. And then every mock draft has him coming to the Lions as well. Yeah, for me it would be Moody or Bell. Honestly, I don't love any of the quarterbacks available.
Take your pick. You want to draft Bell and sign him as an unrestricted free agent?
You really want to though, so
no, I'm okay. I'm okay.
You're okay if they pass on him?
I'm not in love with the guy. I don't think he's going to be like a Tom Brady diamond in the rough 6th round pick.
Okay. And plus, they have Lamar at this point, so they can.
They still need a backup quarterback.
Point, you don't have to be go that high.
Let's go, Ronnie.
They
Bell.
do.
Keep him in state.
Let's go ahead with Ronnie.
All right. The draft's going to finish. We're going to get our grade, Eric.
Oh man, I think we should do good. I think we
did all right. I'm going to be very honest with you, and I think it was unrealistic to trade back twice. I don't think we should have done that. That was,
of course.
Okay. We shouldn't have done that, but we did because it's our show and we'll do what we want. All right, so we've got 2 Bs for our trades. And then look at these grades.
And then the A's. We killed
look
it.
At these
What's
grades.
Up? Let's go. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And then Ronnie Bell is a C-. But that's okay though. That's okay. It's still addressed in need. Like
that's real. Yeah.
Rankings don't care about team needs, right? But I would say that given what we did, if the Lions were to trade for Lamar Jackson, right? We bid on this and we talked about it. It would cost them about $12 million of cap space, which would give them $14 million to work with in free agency. This is what your draft could look like, barring the fact that you don't take the second trade, because we could have had Devon Witherspoon at 8, and we probably would have taken him there, right? Which would have been fine, which means we wouldn't have gotten the linebacker. So we would have used one of these, probably this to draft a linebacker or Ojulari to draft a linebacker. Like at that point, that's really the only, I would say, misstep we took was doing the second trade. But at the end of the day, if it's being offered to you, you can always take it because it's draft capital. I mean, look, we had 3 second-round picks. And I think that worked. And we got back into the 4th round, which we are not in to start. It's an interesting exercise. I'd say we did pretty good. Listen, these are all guys that contribute. He's contributing right away. He'll be in the mix.
Yes.
He will fill a need. Obviously, this was the whole reason we did this exercise, because the potential is there. And that's what I think that a lot of Detroit Lions fans need to recognize. Is the potential for that deal is there.
Yes.
Just because, and I've heard people say, well, Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes said that Jared Goff's their starter in 2023, that they're not going to make any big splash free agent moves. Great. I'm glad they said that. Do I believe it?
No. They understand the circumstances. They understand that they're this close to really getting somewhere special, and you're not going to do it just sitting back. People, fans talk like the Lions are like still 3-13, and I don't understand. This is a good football team with a ton of upside right now.
You have to be aggressive
and go all in at these kind of points.
Sometimes aggressiveness can bite you in the butt, though, and it can hurt you big time.
Sure. Yes.
I'm not saying go out and get Lamar Jackson. All that I'm saying, I know you are. All that I'm saying is it's within the realm of possibility. Betting odds favorite 3-1. It would take a lot. I mean, you're talking about giving up a first round pick and potentially a second round pick based on that ESPN proposed trade. But the fact that Jared Goff actually played well last year helps you in getting or saving a first round pick next year. Winning teams make winning moves. And at the end of the day, you can't just sit back and be nonchalant in free agency, nonchalant in the draft, which I don't think that Brad Holmes has been nonchalant in the draft. I think he's proved that he's
not at all
willing to trade up, which he's done. Be aggressive and maybe take an outside the box type of guy like a Jameson Williams. I mean, literally drafted a guy at 12 that couldn't play for the entire year, but at least had him. And, I mean, to his credit or not, getting J-Mo in the first round gives them that extra fifth-year option. So,
yes,
it's kind of you're getting them for 4 years one way or the other, right?
Yeah. Yes.
It's within the realm of possibility for Brad Holmes to make a deal like this. Do I think it would be a smart move? I'm kind of indifferent on that. I don't think it would be a stupid move, but I also don't think it would be necessarily like a home run genius move for the sole fact that you do have to keep Lamar healthy. However, we have the offensive line and the offensive weapons to keep him healthy.
Yes. And we're not saying that this needs to happen. We're saying it's not outside the realm of possibility. All these teams,
and again, the team will be just fine if Jared Goff is the quarterback next year. Next year.
The Lions have even spoke to it. They said Goff has been good, but he's not going to be here for the next 10 years. That's not, you don't say something like that as a coach at any point publicly. So that is a clear mindset that they truly have.
There is going to be depth say that about Lamar Jackson right now. Or potentially move on from him if the deal is presented the right way. I don't know. It's at some point, it's somewhat of a fruitless endeavor because we don't know what's going on. We can just give you the logical explanation behind why it makes sense or why it doesn't make sense. And that's what we do. Hopefully you liked our mock draft. Let us know in the comments what you would grade our draft. PFF gives us a pretty high grade. They gave us an A.
Got that A.
Now,
we'll put it up on our social media.
We'll have to see how that works out. Like if they can trade back from 6. Again, this was all predicated on the fact that they traded for Lamar Jackson. So maybe we'll do one where they don't trade for Lamar Jackson and we don't trade twice. In fact, actually, Eric, you know what we should do on Tuesday is your perfect mock draft and my perfect mock drafts. We'll do that. We'll share them with each other. We'll react to them. We'll see how it goes. We'll see who actually creates a better team. And then we'll go from there. We would also love to host a live mock draft with our friends. And so we will let you know when that's going to be. And then we will be live for the first round of the NFL draft after they've acquired Lamar Jackson, traded down twice, and drafted Devon Witherspoon, because we basically can see the future. That's why you tune in to Beyond the Box. So make sure you catch us every Tuesday and Friday night on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and pound that bell for notifications. He's Eric Vincent. I'm AJ Riley. This is Beyond the Box, your favorite Detroit sports show. We'll see you soon.